All right, y'all. Part 168. Let me finish this shit up so I can handle some business. I got shit to do. Yeah. So I just was spurring teaching. We was enjoying ourselves. I quit doing anything that I was doing. I didn't do a goddamn thing because now I got TJ to do. Bringing him to the park every single day. That nigga fell asleep on that swing every day. I be peeling my lip. I'm sorry. But it just looked like I had something to peel. But anyway, yeah, so just enjoying TJ at this point. Met my second millionaire, dating him. He was from Germany. He's American but lived in Germany and was here opening Taco Max or something. But he was my second millionaire. My first millionaire, he was an older Jamaican man from New York named Mr. Mike. Of course, I ain't calling man Mr., but his name was Mike. He was a multi-millionaire, and I traveled around with him to different cities. He was rich. He had a dog named Maestro. Maestro had insurance, and I ain't have none. Maestro had dental insurance. Maestro had his own bed in the hotel rooms that we had. Maestro would not walk in water to save his life. When I walk him, he tiptoed. Maestro used to get paid $20,000 every time he bust in to create dogs with another dog. Mike charged them people $20,000 for Maestro to get shipped to wherever the people was at for Maestro to have sex with the other dog. Maestro mama was in the books as a show dog, so his bloodline was, for rich. Maestro looked at rich. Maestro hair was luxurious. I ate Starbucks every single morning, or Dunkin' Donuts. I had done ate all the danishes and cakes and stuff that they had, and I was addicted to frappes. Yeah, that was my shit with extra drizzle on the cup. Yep, that's my shit to this day. But it was so great and so lovely to be with somebody who was rich. Well, anything that you want is just there. Mike gave me $500 anytime he had to leave my presence, so I used to always make sure I did not have it when he get back. Even if that meant I had to Western Union to my daughter, and that's what I did a lot of the time. And if he loved my presence and left me with $500 and it was gone by the time he got back, and he had to leave my presence right back again, he would leave $500 more. Anytime he left my presence, he left me with $500. So I would eat at the restaurants that was next to whatever hotel we was at in whatever city, and I would tip the waitresses $50. I tried to have the same waitress over and over and over. I believe in shooting all, like whenever you into that type of stuff, making sure one person get all the blessing instead of like spreading it out to different people. I really want to impact one person. So I tried to get the same waitress every time I go eat. It would be times that she wasn't at work, and that would be the only time that I would use another waitress. If she was at work, I'm calling, the day one waitress. Scam like them. So, the man was a fashion designer when he was younger. His sons took on that trade So they was into, well, I watched him purchase a very, very expensive sewing machine that designers have to use. He lived in West Palm Beach, Florida, but he also had an apartment in Buckhead. Was mainly an office. He showed me how Apple computers, like he had 2 Apple computers, they had 2 different desks. Them desks was about $50,000. The desk, just the desk, was the good shit. Cost about $30,000 to $50,000. He taught me how you could be working over here on this Apple computer and you can just swipe it for the information to go be on the other one. Yep, he had everything Apple. Everything Apple, Apple TV, Apple, anything period was Apple. He was an import-export person. He was teaching me about import and exporting goods. He imported and exported like coffee beans, rice, corn. He would have contracts that was worth millions, but it was to send, like, say he had a contract with a coffee shop, and it was his responsibility to make sure that the coffee shop get coffee beans from Brazil. So he would have to make sure that this coffee shop got their coffee beans on a regular basis for 2 years. Say like the contract might be $2 million for 2 years, and he got to make sure that coffee shop get the Brazilian coffee beans or Colombian coffee beans for the entire 2 years. So like this contract probably $5 million, and it's for them to get corn, lima beans, and rice or some shit. He was teaching me about, like, I would have to answer the phone when his contacts in another country called and shit like that. He was teaching me about how to purchase these products by the tons. With the dump trucks, it's so many tons per dump truck and shit like that. He was teaching me the stock market. We went to sleep to the stock market. He says, he taught me how whatever you listening to while you sleep, you still retrieving the information. And I've been practicing it. And to this day, anything that I'm interested in, I will play it, put it on, and go to sleep listening to it. My thing now is stoicism. So I listen to YouTube videos about stoicism. It's one in particular that I love. It rolls for 4 hours. It usually do my entire night sleep, because I only sleep like 3 or 4 hours. I go to sleep like 2, 3 in the morning, majority after 3:33, because for years I've been meditating at 3:33. But I go to sleep between 2 and 3 in the morning, and I get right back up at 6, and I don't go back to sleep. So I be running off for 3, 4 hours every day. 4 years I have been this way. That's what a lot of y'all don't know about me. Yeah, he taught me whatever you go to sleep listening to, you still is intaking the information. And that is so true. It works. It's true. Whatever you want to learn about, just go to sleep listening to that. And as you sleep, you will intake that information. Okay, so he also taught me about racing the horses. Yeah, racing the horses. How to pick a jockey, what to look for in the jockey, what to look for in the horse. About the different horses, about the different breeds of the horses. He was very, very informative, needless to say. And he actually wanted to marry me, but the man, I was doing my own thing. I had my own money. I don't marry people for money. Even though the man was old and probably wasn't going to be with me long, I still didn't want to marry that man for his money. Yeah, it's just not who I am.